after the beatniks, and then we were before the hippies. So that little period of 1963, 4, 5, 6, the hippies hadn't taken over yet. So we were sort of existential, beatnik, filmmaker kind of guys.
No hippies here. My brother Jim on keys. Oh, that's me, UCLA Film School. Oh, look, who's that guy? See that guy moving there in the white shirt? You know who that is. That's Jim Morrison. Check this out. Here's Ray Manzarek and Jim Morrison before they had ever even talked about the Doors. Filmmakers at UCLA.
That's it right here. This is where it all took place. This is where Jim Morrison, Ray Manzarek, Dorothy Fujikawa all lived together here. Let's see if somebody's home. Maybe we can go inside. No, I don't think we're going to be able to get in, but this is it. This is it. As a matter of fact, let's take a look at it right now. What do you say?
This is from my student movie, Evergreen. It's about a jazz guy and his girl. There's Dorothy.
Yep. We had a little barbecue set up just like this. You know, we didn't have this kind, we had a little one. And the three of us didn't have enough money to buy a full meat, potatoes, vegetables, and all that. So what we would do is go over to the one of the big chain stores, and we'd buy a Gallo Hardy Burgundy. That was my drink. Gallo Hardy Burgundy went well with the steak. We'd buy a couple of baked potatoes, some broccoli or whatever, or some stuff for a salad, and that would be all the money we'd have. You know, between the three of us, we didn't have any money. And with Dorothy's, you know, money, and you know, that's all we had. And we said, geez, what are we going to do about the steaks? And Morrison said, hey, don't worry about the steaks, man. I'm going to handle the steaks. So this is like summer. It's like July. You know, he's wearing something like this, something big. He puts on this big pea coat. And we're standing, looking at the steaks, going, God, these are beautiful. Look at all this wonderful meat. And Morrison says, yep. Grabs a steak, slips it in here, grabs another big steak, slips it in here, and very coolly closes his jacket. Well, why don't we leave now? I think we have everything we need, Ray. So the three of us are pushing our cart with a bunch of stuff in it, you know, but none of it very expensive. And Morrison's got a couple of steaks under. And we come back here, light those suckers up, man. I'll tell you, we didn't have any money, but it sure was good.
Lost in a Roman wilderness of pain, and all the children are insane. What a comment on the love generation, you know? And perhaps they were.
Waiting for the summer rain, yeah.
You know, I think the Doors were about reality, okay? You know, and, you know, okay, there was the hippies and the flower power and all that stuff, but then, you know, there's always an opposite side of that.
The Doors were the yang to the yin of the flower power era. We weren't about flower power. This band was about personal power. It was about who can you be? And they provoked and made everybody examine that in ways nobody else did.
Take the highway to the end of the night, end of the night, end of the night.
This all came from Jim's lyrics. I took a journey to the bright midnight, end of the night. Some are born to realms of bliss, some are born to sweet delight, some are born to the end of the night. Which was Jim, you know.
The mood I get from most of it is kind of a heavy, kind of a sort of gloomy feeling, you know, like of someone not quite at home.
Jim had things that he went through, and when I first met him, he was doing psychedelics. And typically did 100 times what anybody else did to see how far he could get with the psychedelic, and then he was done with that. Jim was not really a drug user. He'd smoke a joint now and then, but he had no pattern except he liked to drink.
The one thing I always knew about Jim was that he was going to test every limit that anybody put out there. Crash the car drunk into a police car and see if I can get away with it. And he did.
It was difficult, you know. I mean, you know, many times I said, why can't he just be a regular guy? I mean, you know, you can still write great songs and not be so crazy and, you know, go and do these weird things. But then again, I knew that, no, you can't. You know, and guys like that are the ones that they kind of set the boundaries for the rest of us, you know.
Here's the demo that came off an acetate.
Take the highway to the end of the night, end of the night, end of the night. Take a journey to the bright midnight, end of the night, end of the night. Realms of bliss, realms of light. Some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to the endless night. End of the night. End of the night. End of the night. End of the night. Realms of bliss, realms of light. Some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to the endless night. End of the night. End of the night. End of